Yeah, so Marquez quite
So
literally almost killed, or yeah,
Zarco.
yeah. I mean, Marquez very easily could have killed Zarco, and then Marquez had the audacity to then go and blame Zarco for being in the way and causing the red flag. Marquez never even went and checked on
Bro,
Zarco. Bro, Marquez,
bro, fuck Marquez, bro.
he's losing his mind. He's I Dude,
Bro.
there's something seriously wrong. Like,
Well, it's because he's fucking just so used to being like on top, and now that he fucking sucks, he just wants to blame everybody else.
yeah, like people are blaming the
He like
bike.
refuses to take any fucking sort of blame himself. Like
Like,
he will not admit to being bad.
and the problem is um like the internet and the sportscasters and everything, they're too afraid to like say he's messing up, like he's the problem. And these
Not me, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Fuck
but
him. He's ass. He's ass, bro.
No, he's an eight-time world champion. He does have some magic with him. He doesn't have what he used to anymore.
Bro, he's
But
45 and he's literally damaging people.
30. But no, so what people on
Same thing.
but what people on Instagram are saying are how he's how it's the bike because Mir and Rins are also injured and Taka can't stay on the bike. But one, Taka never could stay on the bike. Two, it's because the Hondas are designed for Marquez. Like, Honda has gone all in on Marquez and built that bike around Marquez for the past 10 years. It's like no wonder no one else can ride the fucking thing. It's
Yeah.
because they're not catering to the other riders. It's strictly a Marquez bike. The same thing happened with when Danny Pedrosa went to Repsol back in like 2005 or 2006. So Nicky Hayden was a world champion on the Repsol Honda, and then Danny Pedrosa was coming up in through like the 125, 250 class, and he was the future. Danny Pedrosa was the future, so they built the bike around Danny Pedrosa. Nicky Hayden was a world champion and couldn't ride the fucking thing. Same thing with Joan Mir and Alex Rins. They can't ride the damn thing.
Yeah.
But
It's just such a dangerous thing to do to build a bike on one person. And even though you have like four more riders or three more riders, whatever the fuck, like
I mean, it worked out for them for 6 seasons. I mean, Marquez got 6 world championships in MotoGP, but
yeah, now he's fucking trying to take people's lives.
uh, I don't know if obviously he's not trying to, but he's definitely lose. There's something. There's something like he needs.
Dog, okay, first off, at first it's like at first, if it happens a few times, it's like yeah, it happens, bro. It's every goddamn race,
Yeah, yeah.
every
It's
race.
starting
He's
to become
fucking
all the
on
time.
someone's ass, and he's fucking wrecking himself, and almost or is wrecking other people with it every time.
I mean, yeah, Portimao. It was Miguel and Martin.
Like,
This
and it's
time it was
hardly ever a
Zarco.
fucking clean wreck. It's hardly ever just a clean wreck where it's just him.
Last year at Aragon, it was Fabio. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of evidence showing that Marquez is starting to become a problem,
Yeah,
or
bad,
is the
bro.
problem. But I mean, the thing is, on Instagram and Twitter, there's two very different sides. It's the side that's going, "Oh, it's the bike. Marquez just has a lot of heart and is riding like a maniac on that bike, trying to do everything he can. And he's a little genius." And then the other side is going, "Why does he keep crashing? How come the king of Sachsenring can't stay on the thing and high
The
sided
fucking
twice
qualifying, bro.
and hurt himself so much that he can't even compete in the race? You know, like
He could stay on in qualifyings, bro.
yeah,
In
dude,
qualifyings.
I looked at some of the MotoGP comments and it was like Marquez like choosing not to race. They were ruthless. They were like, "Bro needs to retire. Goodbye, Marquez." It was a bunch of like
Yes.
it was a
Yes.
it was a bunch of videos
yes.
of Rossi like waving at the camera like "Ciao."
Yes, bro.
But
Yes.
well,
Thank you. People are finally starting to fucking realize.
welcome to the MotoGrandPodcast. I'm Patrick Bailey. Joined with me as always is
Fucking Mark Marquez hater. Goddamn Caleb baby, that's me. Fuck Mark Marquez, bro. He's a little bitch.
Okay,
I
okay.
stand by it. All right, that was a little aggressive. That was a little aggressive.
Yeah, it's a little harsh.
But
But
seriously, what the
no, it's
fuck him.
I mean it's not completely unwarranted. Like
It's not.
I mean, yeah, it's a little harsh cuz he is, better than any of us could ever be in our dreams.
I mean, shit, bro. He's better than most of these people. Like his career wise, like he's better than like 90% of
Oh
these
yeah,
people.
yeah.
If you
No,
think about it.
he's definitely going to go
Like,
down as one of the all-time greatest to ever ride in MotoGP. But the way he's riding, it's going to turn into he was the greatest from you know 2014 to 2020, and then after that,
yeah,
ooh,
and he lost his fucking marbles and just started wrecking
he
every
lost
race,
his he
like
lost his
wiping people out.
he lost his mojo. No, but
He's fucking
he
mojo.
fucking mojo. He ain't got no mojo. But I guess we should start off with the elephant in the room. Mugello, no
That was a
episode.
shit show, man. That was a
Um,
shit show.
so we tried to record an episode, and but I was moving to Charleston. Obviously, I'm still in the old location as last episode. I'm currently in the process. I will officially move in July, and I was moving stuff, and we tried to do a little something, and there was a bunch of technical errors, and it was late. It was like I think we tried to record at like what 10:30 at night, and then it was like
I think oh, no, we started to try to record at like
9.
9:30,
And then we
9 or
we
9:30.
got through like 30 minutes and then realized something was messed up and completely reset, and then we recorded again and then found out that it was messed up still, and then it was just like, you know what,
So many things kept happening
it was
for no reason.
it was not destined to be an episode, unfortunately,
It was
because it
not.
was Mugello is my favorite track. But you
I
know
was super excited because Pecco shit on everybody the whole time too.
yeah,
So like I was super
Pecco went
happy.
off in Mugello. He was picture perfect in Mugello. But who else has been really good is Jorge Martin. Bro's got
Facts, dude. Jorge's been killing it,
he's
bro.
he's
Oh
been
my
on the podium
god.
6 times in a row now.
Hmm.
Um, I think Zarco's been on the podium the last 3 Sunday races as well. So
No, I mean Jorge, Martin, and Zarco been up there, bro.
those
Like they're
Pramac
always up
boys,
there.
those Pramac boys have kind of started coming in their own. Zarco always does this though. So Zarco's always been kind of known for like being really strong at the beginning of the season and then kind of falling
Hmm.
off. I'm gonna.
Oh, yeah,
Is the cord
what you
okay?
doing?
I'm trying not to.
Bro just started leaning backwards so slow.
I'm in like my corner. Anyways, so yeah,
I was just
Zarco.
waiting for that thing to yank your fucking laptop across the room.
No, so Zarco always does. Oh yeah, that's it. But Zarco always does good in the beginning of the season, and then something about like summer break, he always kind of falls off. I mean, he is. It's probably the French in him. He drinks too much wine and eats too much cheese.
Hey
It's
man, we already had our summer break, all right?
oh, there's another one coming up.
Oh no shit, when?
After this weekend. So we got this weekend, and then I
What
think
the fuck?
I think this is like the actual summer break coming up. It's so this the one that we went through the grueling the grueling wait for
There's
Mugello
3 weeks of hell.
was yeah, May to June. That was just a little hiccup. But after Assen this weekend, we won't have another race until August 6th.
Oh dude, it's so sad.
I know. Yeah, it'll be a long time until
Wait, what's this Grand Prix of Kazakhstan? This is canceled. Fuck.
what?
I'm looking
Kazakhstan?
on the MotoGP thing, yeah. Between Assen and the one in Britain, the British Grand Prix, there's one that
Oh.
says Kazakhstan, and it says it was canceled.
Oh,
Please
I
enlighten,
think
because I'm stupid.
I think when they were making the schedule, they had been planning on going to Kazakhstan, but they needed to like finalize a few deals or like make sure the track was right, and they just put it on the schedule
Oh,
just in case, but then everything kind of went south
I
with
fell
it.
through.
Yeah,
Damn,
I believe I don't know the full story on that, but I think next season for sure Kazakhstan will be
that
on
was
the.
pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a
Really,
few
really,
new
really fun.
there's a few new tracks. India, Buddha, Buddhish, Buddha. I'm playing the video game. Yeah, Grand Prix of India is this year. I bought the MotoGP video game, and I won the Moto3 World Championship today,
Did
and
you buy a new one?
yeah. I won the Moto3 World Championship today, and moved up to Moto2 and won my first race. I play
Wow,
on
dude, you're so cool.
I play
You
on
play on the
I play on like the super easy mode so that I
oh,
can.
so you're playing on like the fucking rookie mode,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
where everybody pretty much goes in reverse.
Yeah, where like I'm like 6 seconds off like real life pace, but the computer's like 5 seconds off my pace. so,
Oh my god.
so I win by like 45 seconds every race. It's great. It just makes me feel good about myself. much
Yeah,
like much like Martin must be feeling because he's been killing it. But
facts.
yeah, I guess we can do
He
just
really has,
a little recap of Mugello. I guess the big highlights. Uh, Marquez crashed, obviously, blamed the bike.
obviously. Yeah.
Um, Marquez, also talking about Saxon Ring as well, the king of Saxon Ring. Marquez didn't fucking race because he crashed too much. We'll get into that later, but I just want to point out he hasn't Marquez hasn't finished a race since October.
That's insane.
It's it'll like there's a
And people
very
still think he's good. They still
there's
think
a
he's good.
people keep saying he's back. I mean, there's a very high chance. He's what? How many races away from not finishing a race in a year? So one, two, three, four, five, six, about 7 races. He's like 7 races away from being a whole year without finishing a race. Which, for his track record and how he's been going, it's very likely. It's very likely. I
Yeah,
mean, he fractured something in his hand. He might need surgery again, probably. I mean, the way he hurt his hand last time, and if it's the same hand, then that thing's shot. I mean,
bro, bro. You want to know something? All right. So we were talking about Mark Marquez, right? So I was getting curious. I was like, well, where is he at in the points?
oh
Overall. My boy Anea is already past him, bro.
yeah, Anea's been on. Anea was knocked out the very first sprint race, and Anea's doing exactly what Marquez should have done when he came back from his shoulder injury that took him out for 2 years.
That's
Anea is
just
doing
crazy.
exactly what Marquez should have done, and has come back and realized I've lost the pace on these guys because they've been advancing for the last however long I've been out, and I've been stuck in bed not doing shit. This is going to be how when Paul comes back, you have to understand everyone is always getting better, always getting faster, constantly. They're always moving forward. You can't just jump right back in and be at the front. You have to understand you're going to be in the back. And you got to work your way back up like you're a fucking rookie again. Especially in Marquez's case when he was out for 2 years. But he's throwing it up at the front, getting on people's asses, getting yelled at by Pecco and Mugello to get up on the
Oh my.
grid, and getting in the way of people and causing bigger incidents further up in the like if he didn't tow like he's been doing, qualifying in like 14th, 13th, 15th, something like that, it spreads out a little bit in the back. It spreads out in the back. I mean, it spreads out always, but if he's a little further back and he gets clamped up and he's a little slower and he rides within himself, he's not going to take out, 4 guys trying to go as hard and as fast as he can. He needs to do what Ane is doing and is slowly working his way back in, slowly getting
And
the feel
I
for the
mean,
bike,
it's
figuring it all
clearly
out.
working.
Yeah,
Clearly working too. Anea is already top 10. He's like every both races. He's already been top 10.
yeah. He's been getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Because
not
what I think,
instant. It's not instant, and he's probably out of the championship running for this year. But I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, but
but when you
it's better
when
than wiping everybody out.
but it's better than being out for the next 3 years because you keep trying to be first and end up in the dirt.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly does not work. Like, I don't know how he hasn't realized this. If you
It's,
wreck every weekend, bro, how do you
I
think
mean,
this is an effective strategy?
he's an 8-time world champion. You would think so. I mean, that might be the issue. Is because he is an 8-time world champion, people are afraid to tell him like, "Hey, slow down, figure
Like,
it out. Like you're not him anymore." Everyone's too afraid of admitting that he's not invincible. He can't walk on water. And
do we think it's like a completely just a him problem, or do we think it's also like his team's problem?
I
Like,
honestly
do
at
you think
this
they're telling him to do this? Like, because I feel like they
I
should
think
be
it's a
telling
him.
him to
I think it's a him
stop
problem
doing it.
because in Sachsenring when he went down in qualifying one or qualifying two or something like that. In Q2 it was his first
With
crash.
Q2.
Q2 so Marquez had 5 crashes. One in P2, one in Q1, two in Q2, one that almost killed Zarco, and then another one in the warm up before the race. Two of them were high sides. The other two were front end washes, in two in the final corner and one in the first corner. But Marquez crashed, and his team was like, okay, that's it, we're done. No, yeah, it was the second crash in Q2. They're like, all right, there's nothing we can do. Like, you broke the first bike in Q1, you're on your second bike, and you wrecked that. We're out of we're out of options here. And he runs back, and the team's like, what are you doing here? They weren't expecting him to be there, and then they scrambled together the parts or something, and took Joan Mears, like pieces from Mears' bike onto Marquez's, so that he could get out and finish a lap, and then that's when he ended up knocking into Zarco. So I think it was Q2 crash one that happened.
Mhm.
But I mean, think about where he would be if Mir wasn't hurt. If Mir had his bikes and they couldn't steal from Mir's bike,
Yeah.
he
Like,
he
what's his fucking plan? You
he
know, like,
he would have gotten 10th in qualifying, and he wouldn't have hurt himself to be out of it. I don't know. He hurt himself in qualifying, so he still would have been out of it.
mhm.
But I mean, him crashing into Zarco actually got him from 10th on the grid, I think, to wherever he was at like 6th or 7th. I was uh, we were driving either yeah, we were driving around Charleston and everything, or like to Charleston or back from Charleston, whenever me and my dad were watching. So I was just listening to it, so I couldn't like see everything
uh,
like I normally do, which really sucked. But it was like listening to a podcast. It was really nice while I was driving those long hours. But yeah, so Marquez hurt himself, crashed out, and was taking parts from Mir's bike, which was only because Mir was hurt, because Mir can't ride the thing because it's set for Marquez. But we need to change the topic because
I said, yeah, I could talk about Mark Marquez for
uh,
hours.
we could do an entire spin-off series of the shit Marquez does that pisses us off.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm pretty sure like
leave a comment if you want to
every
say
other
that,
word,
but oh,
every other word I'd be saying
be
would be
fuck shit
not
bitch
unlucky.
ass
Yeah.
tit motherfucker.
Yep. I mean, that just pretty much explains how I feel about it.
Yeah, it's but
Yo, let's talk about all right. So let's talk about Jorge Martin and
past
Pecco.
past Mugello, it's done.
Yeah,
Mugello
I
was a
don't
good
care about Mugello
race, but
anymore. Whatever.
Saxon Ring, the king of Saxon Ring, is still undefeated when racing because he keeps hurting himself and hasn't been competing, which is
Dude, that's
horseshit. It's
I
horseshit.
still think I feel like he did that intentionally. Like I feel like
Yeah,
he could have raced.
honestly, low key, I think he's perfect. He was cleared to ride, and then he goes, "Oh
Yeah,
no, I'm a little injured." He knows he doesn't have the pace, and he doesn't want to lose the title of King of Saxon Ring because now next
dude, I
year when
was
they
just
get there,
exactly
if
what
he's fine, you know, he's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, every time I've raced in Saxon Ring, I've won on a Sunday," even though he got
Mm-hmm.
fucking embarrassed in the sprint race. Oh, did you see the sprint race?
I
I,
did.
I
That
mean,
it was.
I
First
mean,
off, Jorge Martin was killing it in the sprint race. Jesus Christ.
Martine, dude. I'm
Jesus Christ,
I'm
bro.
loving what I'm seeing from Martine. I mean,
He killed.
this is the first like healthy Martine on on the newest bike. He was on the GP22 last year, but that was the bike that Pecco and Jack Miller like threw away because they're like, we don't want this
Yeah,
shit. Or, but this year, I think they're on the GP23 or they're on the GP21 now or something. I can't quite remember, but I know it's a better bike than it was the 22. It's not the
bro.
GP22, which was a crock of poopy, but he's on a
Yeah,
good bike. And this is a year we're seeing him healthy. He wasn't super healthy the first few races because Marquez kind of wrecked him, and it didn't really hurt him too much. But I mean, that shakes you up a little bit, and it takes you out for
yeah.
a few races. But
He's looking good.
he's
Like he is
really good.
fast as
Six
fuck,
podiums in a
bro.
row. Six podiums in a row.
But
We were
dude, that
always
shit was so crazy though.
I
The race.
the reason I love to see it is so I don't think Martine's going to win the championship this year. Obviously, this is Pecco's championship to lose.
Hmm.
But the way Martine stuffed Pecco this week, it kind of makes you wonder,
It was mad impressive.
does like is Martine gonna give him a run for his money and actually put up a charge? Is this?
If he keeps racing like this, it's going to be a way better title. Like
Oh yeah,
it's
I
going to be
mean,
a way better than I expected.
all the time throughout history, you see Rossi toying with Marquez when he was young, or Rossi toying with Lorenzo, sticking behind, waiting till the end to just pass through and be like, haha, I'm that fucking guy. Look at me, f you. You're not gonna come into my house and take my championship away from me. I think that's what Pecco was trying to do, but Martine said, "Hey, listen here. I'm here to be that guy. I'm up and coming, you know."
It was
And
insane though,
and he's
dude. That
riding like a bat out of hell, and
they were on each other's ass,
it
bro.
was.
Oh my
See,
god.
I I just hope that
Because
Martin can keep this up so that it makes MotoGP interesting. You know, I
hmm
2 weeks ago, after Martin had his one podium in Le Mans, I was like, okay, good for Martin, and that's awesome to see. And then Mugello, I was like, oh, okay, that's two in a row, nice. But in the back of my head, I was going, why do I want to watch MotoGP? It's just Pecco going to win. We're going to watch for second. I'm not really interested in seeing who's going to battle for second. But now that Martin is, you know, three
you up
times,
there, bro.
three
You
times,
up there,
that's not chance. That's him putting in the work. It's going to make it a good championship, and I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait.
Or you
Mo-
know what's crazy?
hmm,
I'm pretty sure this is the first race this year that Pecco has not won or wrecked out of.
that it was this was the first race that Pecco stayed on the bike and didn't finish on the top step. That's wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Hmm.
Ooh, that's another thing. I mean, Martin's really, really showing that he is capable of sticking it to factory, sticking it to
I
Pecco.
mean, I'll be honest, bro. I thought Pecco had it when he finally passed Martin with like what 8 laps
Oh,
left, nine
yeah.
laps left, something
As
like that.
soon as Pecco went through, I went, well, Martin, good job.
Yeah, I
You,
was it was fun. It was
it
cute.
was fun. It was
It
good
was
while it
cute.
lasted. Good
It's
job.
cute. It was cute.
Goodbye,
All right.
Pecco. Have fun. But and then Martin was sticking on him, and I was like, what is he doing? He's destroying that front tire because of the heat. And then he went through. I was like,
Hmm.
oh,
I was like, holy shit.
oh,
But
oh,
dude, that it was they were so far ahead from fucking Zarco. What are you funny?
oh yeah, dude. It's
It was not funny.
it
Like it
might.
was.
I mean, the only way MotoGP was going to be a championship this year is it was a two-horse race, and we suspected it'd be Anea, but Anea got hurt, so it wasn't Anea. And then we thought maybe Bez, but Bez wasn't consistent enough. Maybe Brad, but
Yeah.
Brad's also not consistent enough. If
Didn't Brad
Mart's
wreck out?
no, Oh no, yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Yeah, he
did.
wrecked.
Yeah, I hate
That's
seeing.
sad.
I hate
He
that.
was he was he was up. He was like in third place or something. I think that's when
It was
Zarco
like
got in third.
fourth or fifth or
Are you sure?
something up there. It was earlier.
I
I don't.
swear it was third. I thought it was like halfway through the race. Maybe
I
I'm tripping.
maybe, but Brad Binder tends to either crash out of Sunday races or do something incredible. But
Yeah,
I I really like seeing the KTM's be up there and doing good
me too. I really
because
like the KTM's.
because Acosta is talking about wanting to stay with KTM.
Mm.
So if the KTM can be competitive, then it's another factory that can compete with the big boys, that big boy Ducati. That
Is this us transitioning into Moto 2?
not yet,
Okay,
not because there's still MotoGP to talk about. Like,
that's fair.
I mean,
Is there though?
I guess we have kind
I
of
was like,
just.
we kind of covered a lot.
I mean, Zarco
Luca
getting a
Marini,
nice third, Luca
uh,
doing something nice, but I guess we. Oh man, see, I hate when I do this. I go off on a little tangent and completely forget where I was.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we stopped mid conversation on like four things and started new ones. But that's okay.
Did we? Good thing
I don't know. Who
is,
cares?
good thing is, the good thing is. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about.
What's the good thing?
I don't remember. I was. I'm gonna be real honest. I was just saying things to stall to kind of until my brain wrapped around and figured out what to say. But what I wanted to talk about is next season how to restructure the teams.
Hmm.
Marquez out, obviously.
He needs to, bro.
Marquez should
He's
be out.
not going to though. He's not going to. You know he's not. He's going to be here. Bro,
Mark,
he
yeah.
could literally wreck out of every single fucking race this year, which he might do. That's like a possibility. That might
It's still
happen.
possible, right?
Um, and I feel like they're still gonna suck his dick and
Yeah,
cradle his
it's because
balls
he's an
and put him
eight-time world
up
champion.
on the
He's that
highest
guy.
podium. Like,
I mean, so
I don't care what you've done, bro. If you
I
wreck it at
mean,
every
ex-world
fucking race,
champions
you don't
and
deserve shit.
people in the know of MotoGP are still saying that he can win more championships. So I think that might be the issue. That's something we stopped talking about is the interior of his team. They all are sitting there believing he's going to be a world champion and he still is that guy. So that's where the issue lies. I mean, along with
Like, do
himself,
they are
but
they
I mean,
still thinking like that, or are they just like
I,
letting him like talk over him and like is he running the team?
right.
Like it feels like
I mean,
I,
if I'm a general, I mean, okay. So the this whole thing with Acosta and Tony Arbolino having a two-horse race in Moto 2, they're already talking about bringing Tony Arbolino up and dropping Fabio Di Gianantonio, right?
mhm.
And that seems kind of set in stone, and it's really sad because I mean Digi's a good rider. He's not MotoGP material, I don't think, but
At least he can stay on the fucking bike.
but so if you put Digi and Marquez's stats of the last 2 years side by side, perfectly line it up. You don't know who's who. You're picking Digi every single time if you're a team or a manufacturer on who you want as a rider. Because on the left side, you got a guy who can't stay on the bike, who's been injured all the time, hasn't won a race, hasn't finished a race,
Gets in arguments with everybody,
bl-
complains about fucking everything.
blames people for almost killing them. And then on the other hand, you have a guy who's finishing top 10 every once in a while, getting a little better, not doing great, finishing each race, sometimes crashing, but he's consistent in the point scoring positions. He's not dead last. And I say dead last because people who crash are dead last. That's dead last to me. If you crash, that's dead last. That's 0 points. And you're destroying your bike so your mechanics can't look at data. They're too busy fixing the damn thing.
God damn, bro. His mechanics better be getting
Oh
paid,
my
bro. They
gosh.
better be making bank.
I mean, that is what they get paid to do is fix those things. But like,
I know, but they gotta be putting in the overtime for that
I
motherfucker,
mean,
dude.
if you think about it, Marquez after Sachsenring all week is sitting there icing his bones, icing his sores, doing rehab and recovery on all of his injuries from this weekend, right? You know what Digi's doing because he didn't crash? He's training harder on the bike. He's getting a few extra sessions in. He's learning the data. His team's looking at the data from the race. Not instead of going, why did we crash here? They're going, how do we get more speed here? It's 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 small details like that. Yeah, they're not huge, but when it's every fucking race, it builds. And I mean, yes, unfortunately, I don't think Digi will ever be a world champion. I don't even think he'll ever win a race, unfortunately. But
Hey man, he got top 10. All right.
but he's developing the bike. He's developing the team. He's bettering the team. He's a better team guy than Marquez ever will be at this point. And
Oh yeah.
if I was a manager, I would much rather sign Digi to a 5-year contract than give Marquez 5 rides.
I mean, Marquez is just a fucking wild card at this point, man.
Yeah,
It's like, all right, we can
he's
sign him, and
he's
like maybe he'll change. Maybe he'll finally get his shit back together.
so something that I think the announcers are afraid to do is talk about Marquez, but I think they're showing little glimpses of their anger with him.
Man,
Um,
get me up there, man.
uh, they were talking about how Marquez's contract ends not at the end of this year but next year, and they're sitting there
Mhm.
going, "Well, you kind of have to wonder if this keeps up, will he have another ride in Honda?" And obviously they turned it on. Oh, Marquez is going to go somewhere else. But who? If I was Ducati's not going to get him. Aprilia doesn't want him.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean,
KTM
I don't know
KTM's
who would want him.
doesn't need him. They got plenty of talent coming up from Moto 2 and Moto 3.
Oh yeah,
Honda, he doesn't. No one wants to go to Yamaha.
I
Yamaha's
say,
uh,
I say Yamaha might offer him something because no one else wants to be there.
no. Yamaha's sticking with Franco and Fabio because they're the only two dumb enough to stay on the thing.
Bro, speaking
Dude,
of
even
Fabio, bro, poor guy. What
he's not.
has he even got like top 10 this year, bro? Like,
I think so, but he's not crashing.
no, he's not, but he's
He's
so
finishing the
slow,
races.
so slow.
He's. I mean, that's yeah, but
He's so slow.
he's finishing. You know, he's doing everything he can on what he's given,
I
but he's
say,
not overriding and hurting himself and ruining his career. He's salvaging his career until maybe he can get a Ducati ride when this Yamaha contract and
ooh,
ends,
Fabio
or
and Ducati.
a KTM or an Aprilia ride. But see, this is where I like to meddle in how I would do things. So Honda, I drop Marquez. If I'm
Oh yeah.
Aprilia, I work a deal with KTM. Aprilia, drop Raul at a satellite, move onto Paul Espargaro from KTM. No, drop him. I'm gonna start with Aprilia and go from there. before
Okay, so you're confusing me, dog.
Yeah, before I confuse you. So if I'm Aprilia, right? I keep Aleix,
Oh,
boot Maverick out, send him to World Superbike or something, get him out. Maverick's not doing anything, and you won't.
yeah, Maverick's pretty
Aleix
ass.
is an old veteran who can teach the new guy, and he's good for information. Bring Miguel Oliveira from Satellite Aprilia up to the factory ride, and then you have 2 seats in Satellite Aprilia. One's occupied by Raul. Chuck him. He's not going to do anything. They brought him too early and they ruined his career, which sucks. That's how it is. Bring in Jack Miller, or no, Jack wouldn't go. Bring
Honestly, I
in
don't think Jack would do that. Jack seems to like that KTM.
Bring in Augusto Fernandez from Gas onto Satellite Aprilia, and then get uh, say someone else from Moto 2, like an outlier like Alonso Lopez, onto that Satellite Aprilia. And then Gas from there can bring Pedro up onto that Gas because it is Satellite KTM. so that Pedro can develop there, and then toss Paul or keep Paul if you want. But that way, Aprilia and Gas Gas both just boosted their riders by tossing Maverick, Raul, and Maverick and Raul, and now both teams are better. And then Honda, get rid of Marquez and bring Alex Rins and Johan Mir onto that Repsol Honda. Get the Suzuki boys back on Repsol. They were good. They'll develop that bike very nice, and Honda can get back in shape. And then LCR Honda, pick up someone like Aaron Canet or Jake Dixon if he's doing.
Yeah. All
Or,
right, you had me in the first half right there. No, I don't know what that Jay Dixon played. What was that?
but you get what I'm saying. Like another outlier,
Yeah,
or even move Raul Fernandez to LCR because he's been there. You know, maybe not get rid of him completely because he's still young and still has a chance to improve. But like teams got to start looking inwards at their teams and removing guys who aren't producing. It's time. A
yeah.
lot of
I feel like a lot of them just keep living in the past. Like, oh, they've done good before.
a lot of these guys had the potential. This is their time. They're
Yeah,
now
it's
coming
like,
in.
bro,
It's like no,
you fucked it up already.
Ducati has you all in a chokehold, and you're sticking with the same guys. You gotta mix things up. You gotta refresh. You gotta hit the reset button. Look at KTM with Jack Miller. They kicked out Miguel Oliveira and brought in Jack Miller. Miguel Oliveira is doing really well on that satellite Aprilia. That's why I think he deserves to bump up. He just got hurt because of Marquez. He's getting better now, and he'll prove
Hmm.
hopefully soon why I'm right once he's fully healed. And plus, Jack Miller on
I
that
still like
KTM,
KTM. I
yeah,
like KTM.
Jack Miller on that KTM, he's finally coming to his own. He's a little more consistent. He's tossing it a bit, but he's figuring out the kinks, and he's more consistent, and he's up there more than Miguel was on that KTM. And Miguel's doing better on the Aprilia. You got to shake things up a bit. I mean,
Hmm.
Marquez has been on that Repsol Honda for 10, 12 years. Look where Honda is. They won 6 championships with Marc Marquez, built a bike around him, and now they're nowhere. Taka can't stay on the thing. Mir, who's a champion, can't stay on the thing. Mir, who was a champion on Suzuki. Suzuki, a team that literally had to shut down because of financial issues, because no one's buying Suzuki. They had no money, and Mir won a championship on that bike.
All right, I think we need to switch topics. You've been going off.
Like,
I think if I just like went away, I could come back in like an hour and you'd still be screaming.
I'd be
Like,
but but and then obviously Ducati's going to get rid of Digi and
yeah,
switch him with Tony, which is it's
that's a
so
good. I think
sad,
it's a
but
good move.
it's
It is a good move. It's smart, but at the same time, it's like I like Digi, but like whatever.
I like
It happens.
Digi's a good dude, but yeah, it's
It happens.
you got to be cutthroat sometimes, and that's just how it
Yeah.
is. But
Let's move on to Moto 2.
Moto 2 Acosta,
God damn, Pedro, bro.
2 in a row. So I mean, he's
Walking him up.
but you got to give credit to Tony Arbolino. I mean,
He's right there. I mean, it wasn't like a close
I mean,
race, but like
no,
he is in second.
no, but he's riding smart. He still has the championship lead. He's up
Yeah.
15 points. Yes, the last 2 races he kind of got curb stomped,
He kind of got dusted, bro.
but he's riding. He's not giving Acosta any more than Acosta could get.
Yeah.
Acosta is getting the minimum amount of points back each race he's won, which
Yeah, he's getting this 5 extra points.
on Acosta, see, it's a double-edged sword for both ends if you think about it. Acosta on one hand is going, "Oh, I'm dusting this competition," but he's sitting there going, "I have to be perfect for 3 more races to tie."
Yeah.
Arbolino's sitting there going,
As long as fucking Tony doesn't fuck up, he's fine because he's faster than everybody else besides Pedro.
It's a 2 horse race. They're both faster than
Yeah.
everyone.
like they're so much faster than everybody. It's not even funny.
I think Jake Dixon and Saxon Ring could have put in a little spoiler, and that would have been great for Acosta's championship. But
First off, I'm pissed off. Jake Dixon does not deserve third place.
he
Aaron Canet
he had a good
deserves
run.
third place, and he fucking wrecked. He fucking wrecked.
Good old
I
Canet.
I almost cried, bro. I literally looked away from my laptop, and I came back, and he's not on the fucking board anymore. I'm like,
You're
what?
like, wait,
What? I was like, hold up,
wait a minute.
back up, back up, back up. I backed up, like I clicked the arrow like twice and backed up, and I just see him just like wrecking, just like sliding
Oh,
off. I'm
you're
like,
like,
God damn
no!
it, God damn it. I was
God
so
damn
sad.
it!
God damn it. It was
Jimmy!
it was so sad, bro. I
Yeah.
was so sad.
I hate seeing Canet crash because, but you also have to remember he does have that hand injury from the Mugello
No, but
crash.
he was looking so good even with it, bro. Like he was looking really good, man.
Canet really does get injured. Like when he doesn't he like he crashes, but he crash like he crashes.
Yeah, bro. Bro
I
wrecks
mean,
hard. Who else wrecked? It's someone. There was like a couple people that wrecked at the beginning of Moto.
oh yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
there like a
It was
big wreck like as soon
Bo.
as it
It
started?
was Bo Benschneider, Darren Binder,
Yeah. I think it was
and
just them two. I think those are the only two that wrecked. I think they hit someone else,
there,
but I think someone else.
there was a third. I because see the problem is Darren Binder also got taken out in Mugello in the first quarter
Bro
with
can't catch a break.
Jeremy Alcoba, which is it's. I mean, it's sad. It's really sad, and I feel really bad. But that's kind of hilarious. Bro hasn't been able to make it out of the first turn.
Bro, he spells his name Darren with a Y.
Hey, that's Brad Binder's brother.
Weird.
Oh no, it was just him and Bo.
Yeah, pretty sure it's just those two.
I guess I
Because
guess they.
I mean, it was in the middle of everybody. Like
Yeah,
it could have been way worse. But dude,
yeah.
that it was still pretty bad. Like he
Oh yeah,
fucking
no, it was. I think it was Furman Aldegue's mistake into Bo, and it just took Bo
yeah,
out
he
into
hit him, and yeah, that's what it was. That's what it
yeah.
was.
It was just a poor racing incident, and I think it was the same thing in Mugello. It was whom it was like someone's mistake into Alcoba, who then took out Darren Binder.
It's poor guy, bro.
Bro's been
He
in the
don't even get a he don't even get a chance.
Bro's been in the wrong place at the wrong time twice. Let's go for three.
You know what? It's really just his fault, bro. If he did better in qualifying,
I mean,
he'd be away from all that mess. Think about it.
you're joking. I know you're joking, but you're right.
You know I'm right.
I mean, no, that's a very valid point. I mean,
It is.
if you're if you're first, you can't get taken out.
I mean, you have
it's
way higher chance of getting taken out, bro, if you're in the middle of
I mean,
everybody.
it's what happened to Sam Lowe's in Mugello. Alonso Lopez came in and knocked him off because he was trying to make the pass. Sam Lowe's, you know, in a post race interview after Mugello was saying how he was just trying to line Pedro up and be smart about it instead of going in and taking him out. And that's when Alonso came in and took him out. If he just would have went for it and passed Acosta, then it would have been Acosta who got crashed by Alonso, not Sam.
Yep.
And I mean, which is, a cruel world, you know, that you don't want to see, but that's racing, man. That's what happens.
Real cold world out here.
It's real cold out here, you know what I'm saying? No,
Right, it actually was really fucking cold today, bro. I was dying at work.
was it?
Bro, it's been raining all day up here for me.
Oh, I ain't been outside yet.
Bro, and it was summer solstice, bro. The longest day of the year.
And
And
it
it
was the
sucked.
coldest.
So
Was
ass.
today the longest? That's why today feels so long.
Yeah, because today's like the first day of summer.
Happy
Mm.
summer though.
Yeah, it's fucking pouring
I,
rain still.
dude, I've been on go since my move, and I had Sunday to relax and watch racing, and then I've been working out and everything. So today I woke up, and my gym partner was like, "Yeah, I got this paper and work to do. I don't know if I can make it to the gym." I was like, "You know what?
I'm okay with that.
today's my day off. So
uh,
I sat down and won the Moto 3 World Championship. But
God damn it!
I'm about to win that Moto 2 Championship. Acosta,
I
I'm coming
let's,
for
let's
you.
get let's get back on the real races. You feel me?
The good stuff, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Page
Moto 2,
Page murdered everybody. Like, that's
there's,
pretty much
yeah,
it.
Moto 2's kind of turning into not that big of a topic. You know, it's Acosta and
It's
Arbolino, and who does
every
what.
time. I can't wait to see. I'm hoping, honestly, I'm hoping next race something different happens. God, I just want some diversity, man.
I'm moving this a little bit because of what happened last time.
But
I don't want
you
anything.
know what I mean? Like, I want some
Yeah,
diversity, man. I need something to switch up.
I think so. What I think Alonso Lopez, Jake Dixon, and Aaron Canet are going to be the three people you need to watch out for on breaking up and being a spoiler for second. I think
Hmm.
Acosta and Arbolino, one of those two are going to win it every single week, no matter what. It's just those three are the only three who have a chance in hell of getting in front of them and ruining their points positions in one of those races and jumbling up the championship a little.
Yeah,
It's just
no,
whether or
I
not
agree.
it's Acosta or Arbolino on the short stick. You know, it's and I mean the way Acosta's been riding, it's very
Going
likely that
fast, bro. He's going
it's
fast.
going to be Arbolino on the back burner of that. I mean Acosta, I don't think I think he has I think he's been he's been out of the first position in the last two races. I think in qualifying two at Mugello, just the once he got second, and then this weekend, I think he topped practice one, two. I didn't watch three because it's a free practice. It doesn't really count. It's like a warm up practice, and then Q1, you know, and then the race. I mean, after that Le Mans crash, I mean, bro's been dominant. I mean,
He's been on it, bro.
I know. I
It,
remember
it
I
literally
was.
feels like it feels like he's cheating.
I mean,
Like,
he's bro.
that's what it feels like.
He's got the game on 25% difficulty like me right now.
Yeah. Like,
But
I'm pretty sure he's just riding a MotoGP bike, and they're not. And I'm pretty sure that's what's happening.
I mean, I saw Arbolino looking at Acosta's bike at the end of the race. I think Arbolino might be thinking the same thing. Like, there's
I
something
think
wrong.
I sent him a DM. I was like, bro,
Hey
check
yo,
across his bike. I was like, check his bike.
check the specs. Checks was no, but I just Acosta's just been on one. I mean,
He really has.
it's just can he? It's this is it's all a consistent thing if you want to be champion. Can he if he can keep it up or not? But
I mean, he's the type of guy he can totally be consistent. Like he has been consistent before. Like he.
I mean, if you watch how he rides and how he practices and how he qualifies and everything, it's never him going for a super fast time. It's always super consistent. Even during the
Hmm.
races, I mean, in the race he might not put in the fastest lap of the race, or he might, but he'll be like the second or third fastest lap in the race. But he'll
Hmm.
maintain that for the entire race. And it's like,
Yeah.
how do you beat that? I
It's
mean,
like, and he's just like 3, 4 seconds ahead of fucking everybody at
I
all
mean,
times.
the way to beat that is you have to be slightly faster every single lap,
Yeah, you
and
have to be
that's
slightly faster and also be consistent.
yeah, and that's hard to do. I mean, the tiniest mistake and you're out you're out a tenth of a second, and you're just watching him slowly creep away because
Yeah, just go.
one mistake you're like, uh oh, and that's in your head. Another mistake, another mistake, another mistake, another mistake, and it builds, and then you're in your head, you're going, it sucks, and then he's gone. But
Yeah, but your boy, Somcat, got fourth place.
Songcat, yeah, he's I would have liked him to be in the podium, just seeing him on the
It would have been nice.
just to see him on the
Yeah, it
podium,
would have been
but
so cool, like if Jake Dixon crashed or something, and then Tomcat was his third. That would have been
or
pretty cool.
Arbolino. I mean, not to diminish Arbolino any, because
Yeah, but I like
I like this
this
Acosta Arbolino fight. I just wish it was still tied,
really digging it.
or
Really digging it.
I think it should be. I think if Arbolino was cool, he'd not race the Dutch TT, and just so it's even,
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
they both have one crash on the season.
Bro, you know how that would be such a big dick move.
Oh,
Just be like,
can you imagine?
yo, Pedro, go win this one for me so we can be tied up. I need a challenge.
That would be some mind games. Can you imagine? You imagine your
Bro,
rivals going like, you know what? I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm
you
comfortable.
got this. You got this, bro.
I'm comfortable. You have fun.
Bro, that's some shit I would do, and then I'll come back and
And
get
get
like fucking
laced.
10th place.
And you're like, wait,
Hold up, hold up, hold up.
wait. I seem to have miscalculated.
I fucked up,
Ah,
guys.
oh no, I messed
See,
up.
then we just go for plan B, which is where you just break their leg.
That'd be a good one. Yeah. I mean, you got to do it behind closed doors though, so no one knows it's you, and you got to
Oh,
wear a
yeah,
mask. Make sure
yeah,
no
obviously.
cameras are there. It's
No, I'll
dark.
just pay someone else to do it. Hold on. Any amateurs?
Oh. Well, I've never had to do that, so I don't really know the rigmarole that
Yeah, me
goes
neither.
around it.
Anyways, Moto 2 is cool.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, on to Moto 3. I know you. Did you watch it
Uh,
this time, or. Well, if you did watch it, or you knew anything about it, and he's gone, he can't hear me. But. So, Anju, those of you. I'm just going to talk to you people. You gorgeous people. Shoot me some comments. Tell me how. I want you all to comment the least favorite thing about Caleb. You know, just so when he sees the comments, he's like, "Why does everyone hate me?" Don't be like, "I hate Caleb," because just be like, "Yo, that boy Caleb is mad annoying." Just, but anyways, so Anju winning that race, uh, coming in the last lap. Looking at the splits here, he won by 0.095 seconds on Ayumi. Ayumi had the pace all season. It's a bit heartbreaking for the kid. He was, I mean, he got pole. He was fast. He was doing real
are you
well.
still talking about Moto 3?
Yes.
Fuck.
There's a lot to talk about. I don't think you can
Not
hear me.
really.
If you watched and were here to listen, then you would have heard me talk about how Ayumi had the pace all weekend long, and Anju, the man who I said in our last episode we tried to record. I said Anju was gonna do good, and I thought he was gonna win here at Saxon Ring because the straightaways aren't so long, and he's a bigger set. He's a bigger guy, not heavy set, but he's bigger than all of those Moto 3 guys. And Saxon Ring doesn't really have those long straightaways like Mugello, where he was getting just absolutely just dusted on those straights. And I said Anju was going to do good, and he got his first win. I called that. I
Damn,
That
bro.
was my first prediction right. I think
He
ever.
won, he won by fucking 0.095 seconds. Insane.
Yes, but I predicted it, and I used logic and brain power to figure that one
Hey,
out. I'm
guess
so
what?
proud.
No one fucking knows you predicted it.
I know.
No one knows. Episode's fucking in the trash. It's in the garbage. Your prediction? That's what your prediction was.
Ayumi Sasaki
Um,
got second, and Daniel Holgado got third, and I
oh
said,
my god, dude. Fucking the difference in time between
"Oh yeah,
second
dude,
and third.
dude,
12 goddamn seconds.
dude, Ayumi and Dennis were gone. They were
Oh my
out to
god.
lunch, dude. It was yeah. And I mean, Holgado or
Yep.
Ivan Ortola was on Holgado the whole race. I thought for sure at some point Ivan was gonna get him, but he never did. So I think that was really clever by Daniel Holgado in his championship, being like, "Hey, this is their weekend. They're gone. I'm just gonna fight for this third," and he did so picture perfect. I mean, Ortola didn't even get to put it in a look.
Oh,
But
that's crazy. It actually looks like it was a decent race. Maybe I should have watched it. Um, Filippo, what the fuck?
um, oh, you'll be happy.
21st, bro?
You know, in the game, Filippo's consistent like top five. It's kind of hilarious.
They're on to something.
Filippo was up there in a few races. It was kind of it was
Yeah,
kind of hilarious.
bro.
But
Filippo on rookie mode go crazy.
you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a championship season with Filippo, and win him a shitful.
Yeah. Yes.
But
I can't wait when Filippo is just the best racer in like 5 years.
it could happen. It could happen. You never know.
Bro, if he does, bro, I think I'm just too good at this picking people
If
thing.
Filippo ends up being, a champion and like really dominant, I I will listen to everything you say about every rider, and uh,
As you should. I
you
literally know
your
everything.
word will be all.
Bro, I swear to God, I'll be the biggest Filippo fan ever. If he needs to win one time, bro, I'm diehard Filippo. Fuck Pecco.
Oh, wow, that's serious, huh? All right, Filippo, you hear him. If you win, you got a lifelong fan.
Lifelong,
You
bro.
Filippo, you need to win so this man will actually start watching Moto 3.
Damn straight, bro. As soon as he wins, bro, I'm watching every fucking race.
I think I'm gonna text you every day or every weekend that Filippo, like, I should be like, hey, you should watch this time. Watch Filippo.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna look up the results.
That's a good point. That's pretty easy. That's an easy
Hold up.
workaround. But
You know what, bro? We're starting this fandom off correct.
the what?
Hold up. We're starting this fandom of me and Filippo off correct.
What are you about to do?
Bro, he's getting a follow. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's got 22K, bro.
Bro's got 22K. Bro, we don't even have five.
Damn.
But
Yo, Filippo, why are you more popular than us, bro?
he's a racer, man.
Oh, now I'm following him.
Little side
Like,
note.
bro, beautiful man.
I knew you were gonna say that. But I think it's about that time to talk about what we think's gonna happen in Assen.
Filippo taking it all away, going for gold.
Uh,
Uh,
so Moto 3, um, I think Holgado's gonna come back into form and work some magic, and then I think Ivan Ortolo gets second, and then Yume's gonna have an issue, and Joame Masia is gonna get third.
okay, I don't know these people. I'm actually gonna make predictions. Okay,
All right, so
um,
let's just jump to Moto 2 then, shall we? Just
Filippo.
not your boy Canet.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about Moto 3. It'd
I
be
think
let me just pick a random person. That Ortolo guy, he's winning.
Ivan Ortola. That's very likely.
He's
He's
winning.
is won two already this year. I mean, his actually earlier in the season he crashed out of the first two races and then he won two races, or crashed
That's
out of
kind
he crashed out of three and then won two. So he's
of that's my kind of racer
I was
right
about to
there.
say that's very you.
That's my kind of racer,
That's
man.
a
You know,
you
we
kind
on that Ricky Bobby mindset, baby.
of
You feel me?
you're first or last, baby.
Hey, it's how we do it.
But Moto 2, I think
I mean, fuck.
Acosta's in form. He's gonna take off.
I
I
say he's just killing the game right now. He's got to get first.
and the smart and the safe prediction is gonna say Arbolino's gonna get second.
I'm not going for it though.
I'm
Arbelino's gonna fuck up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going for it either. I think Acosta's perfect consistency is gonna get to him finally.
Hmm.
I think he's
I think.
I think Arbolino's gonna get fourth or like
Ooh.
because I think second. You're not gonna like this. Is gonna be Jake Dixon. I think Dixon and Acosta are going to be fighting a little bit, and then Acosta's gonna
Well,
pull it out.
okay.
And then
First off,
third, uh,
fuck you.
third, I'm gonna go with Somcat
Um, all
because
right,
when
valid prediction.
when
Is it
Somcat
shit? Yeah,
when Somcat gets on his little tear, Somcat gets real good and real podium heavy. And I think this is Somcat's time to get a podium this year at the Dutch TT. And I I think Dixon is putting some stuff together if he can be consistent, or Dixon will crash out and be last. But
hopefully. Okay, so I got Pedro winning for sure.
right.
And then I got the other British guy, the better British guy, Sam Lowe's in second. Yeah,
Ah, yeah. That's
a little lowsy boy,
a little,
a
a
little
little
lowsy boy.
Samwell. I will say, if Sam Lowe's is up there, he'll be fighting for that win.
Oh, he goes for it. Like if he's in the position to go for it, he goes hard. So
It's very
if
true.
he can qualify very like pretty high, I think he has like a very good shot at fucking getting top three.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more.
And then obviously you got the fucking Mr. Bowtie himself in third place.
Mr. Bowtie.
If he fucking
If his
if he's
hand's
okay,
okay,
if
if
he's
his hand's
okay.
okay, I would say that's a very valid prediction. But
If his hand's not okay and he's still a little shaky, probably Tony third.
right, see,
Fuck some cat.
so that's a,
I can't even like say that seriously.
no, he's too good of a human.
Yeah, I can't dislike some cat.
Uh,
Like he could literally wreck Aaron Canet on purpose, and I would be like, oh, it's okay.
he, he was doing it for the greater good. He was doing this.
You know, I'll be
It was
like,
a
Aaron must have done something.
this was a canon event. It needed to happen. But all right, MotoGP to wrap this up. First,
Speak wisely.
let's do sprint race. Sprint race. I'm gonna go with Martin. We'll go Martin
Hold on,
Pecco.
how's this? I need to look up what this track looks like. I need to see what this track looks like. I'm looking it up right now.
Uh, it's it's interesting to say the
It looks interesting. There's a lot of straightaways, kind of.
yeah. So it's very Ducati dominated, but the final chicane as always has kind of created like some of the most iconic moments in racing history.
This kind of looks like a really sick track. I like this track.
Mm. I don't like riding it in the game. It's kind of annoying.
I can see that.
But
That's why I like it because it looks annoying.
so I think Martin and Pecco 1 and 2
Yeah.
interchangeable
Either way.
interchangeable for both the sprint and the actual
Yeah.
race. So it's just
The
a question
third.
of third in the sprint. I'm gonna go with.
I'm getting. Give me Marini, bro. Give me Luca. Give me Luca.
That's not a bad pick. I like that.
Luca.
I like that. I actually really like that. But I'm gonna go.
Yarko. Fuck you.
No, not Zarco.
Oh
Zarco's not.
really? Where are we going? Where are we going? You want
Zarco's not
Bez?
good
What are
in
we
the
doing?
sprint. Zarco's not good in sprint.
What are we doing? Bez? Alex Marquez? Come on, who we picking here? Jay
Oh,
Millie? Come on, man. Give me something.
we'll go Brad.
No shit.
I'm gonna go
Brad?
Brad.
Brad do be fast. All right, Brad do be a
Brad
little quick boy sometimes.
Brad be good in in the sprints. Brad be good in
Hey,
the sprints
when he don't need that many laps in, you know, he not too bad.
because he can't crash out of it, much like Marquez. So the race, third place in the race, I think will be Zarco again. I think we're gonna see the
I'm
same.
gonna disagree. I'm
I
gonna
think we're gonna
disagree.
see the same exact podium as we saw in Sachsenring.
I think Zarco's getting fourth or fifth.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna also have. I think Luca's also gonna be fourth or fifth.
So
And
you
I
think
think our
Zarco,
boy,
you think Zarco and Luca are going to be fighting for fourth and fifth? I
and I
could see
think our
that.
boy finally gonna pull out a good podium. Jay Millie.
Ooh, the other
Give,
KTM.
give
Yeah.
our boy a little podium.
He got
He
the sprint.
deserves it,
He
man.
got the sprint race podium. Now it's time for him to get a race podium. I like that. I like that.
He needs it, bro. He deserves it.
Yeah, he do.
He's just fucking dude. He does so well, and he just gets passed by like three people.
He falls off in the race. Something about it. And
Like I need him to stop.
go.
Stop it.
Something about Jay Millie's in the race just doesn't seem to work out. But
I at least want to see him top five.
oh, I
I
think
think
that's
we'll
very
have
possible.
Bez. I think we'll probably have Bez like sixth or seventh, maybe even eighth.
Uh, what if Anea comes in and fucking steals the show out of nowhere finally?
Bro, I would be so happy.
Oh, I'd be ecstatic.
I would be fucking
I don't think it's
ecstatic.
quite right. I don't think we're gonna see Anea top five until after the summer break.
I don't know. I could see it.
I can't. I want to. I really
But
do.
I feel like I don't. I just don't think he wants to push himself that hard yet.
Yeah, that's probably very true. He
I
probably
think that's what it is. I
he's a
feel like
smart
he has
dude.
the capability to
Hmm.
literally be top three, but I feel like he's just trying to play it safe right now because there's no chance of him even winning.
That's.
So like, what's the point of him going out there going full throttle and just hurting himself?
I mean, it's not. It wouldn't be impossible for him to win the championship, but it is very far fetched.
It's he's what like 100 points down, bro.
Something like that.
Maybe even more.
Where's Pecco at right now? Pecco
I don't
is.
know.
I think he's at
He's at 160, bro.
160. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ine is at like 16.
And
Yeah, he's at 16. He's got 16 points.
more than Marquez.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Fuck Marquez.
It's hilarious if you look at the points. The only people below Marquez:
Are people I literally don't know.
Danny Pedrosa, Jonas Folger, Michelle Pirro, Danilo Petrucci, uh, Joan Mir, Lorenzo Salvadori, Raul Fernandez, Stefan Bradl, and Iker Lecuona. The only people who aren't replacement riders or wild cards or one-time riders are Raul Fernandez and Joan Mir. And Joan Mir has been hurt pretty much all season, and
Yeah,
Raul Fernandez is a dying talent that's
I say it's just
kind
Raul
of on the way
Fernandez.
out. He also had arm pump. He had arm pump surgery, so he was having troubles with that early in the season,
Bro,
and
think
he's still
about it.
kind of recovering from that. But
Mark Marquez with no sprint race, he's got 0 points.
yeah, yeah,
Crazy.
he's only got points from those sprint races, and it was because they were too short for him to figure out a way to fucking
Hey,
toss it.
but don't get me wrong, love the sprint race. Love it.
I'm still
Love
iffy
it.
on it. I'm still iffy on it. You know,
I love it because if we didn't have it, we would not be in first place.
I think now you would be. I think around
Maybe
now
barely,
maybe
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 barely.
barely, but
Like it'd be way closer between
you also got to
Pecco
think
and fucking
Martine's also gotten a lot of sprint race points, so
yeah. Honestly, fucking Bez would probably be winning
maybe actually,
because
yeah.
because
Uh,
he's
I mean,
maybe not after the last couple
well,
races, but
the
before the
last
last
time
like
the
two,
last time
he
they
definitely
showed
would win.
the last time they showed the splits, it was
I'm pretty sure
it
Bez
was
had the most
before
points
it
from,
was it was before Mugello, yeah.
and I'm pretty
So
sure
it's
Bez had the most points in actual races.
yeah, he had like 72 before Mugello, and
Hmm.
Pecco
But
had
now that kind
50,
of took a shit.
but now Pecco's got like 95 in the races, and
Yeah,
Bez I think has like 85, give or take.
something like that.
But
But yeah. Now I'm excited for the next race. I hope Pecco can really pull through on this one. But also, honestly, if Martin gives him a run for his money, that'd be kind of cool too. I'm cool with the
I would like to
little
see
competition.
I would like to see a fight. You know,
Yeah, I'm cool
I,
with little competition.
my faith in Martin winning the championship is low right now, but I definitely see him giving him a good run for his money, and that's all I can really hope for. You know,
Yeah,
a good fight.
I
But
mean, if he can win at least the sprint race or the actual race, yeah, that gives him something.
it's true.
It keeps him up there a little bit.
This is true. But I think that's gonna be it
It's
for
about that
this
time, brother.
episode. Yeah, Well, we'll see you guys next episode. Gals, ladies, guys, gals, people.
Hopefully, we get this one recorded sooner.
Yeah. I'm gonna edit this one up and get it out as soon as I can. So, you know, pew 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 pew
Pew.
pew pew.
Gotcha.
We need to work on our outros because these
Yeah, I know.
suck.
We don't have an outro, bro. Bye.
I mean, we got a good intro because that was just me nervously being like, because of my fucking class, how we had to bring it together. But
Yeah.
these outros we ramble and definitely could have been over like 30, 45 minute ago. But
I don't really care.
anyways,
Who the fuck stays to the end, anyways? Fuck
me.
them. If you stay to the end, I love you. I will lick your tank. Thank you. Have a good night.